All right, we are live on Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube. Now we're going to go live on Instagram. There we go. We're live on all of them. Here comes the intro, folks. You're listening to the Grow Clinton podcast. Grow Clinton is a 501c6 nonprofit economic community development and tourism organization based in Clinton, Iowa. For more information, visit growclinton.com. Again, that's growclinton.com. Now, back to the show. What's happening, everybody? Thank you so much for supporting the Grow Clinton podcast by listening to our message every time we record this, which has been 102 times.
Wow.
This is episode 102. Blown away.
Love it.
Look out, Joe Rogan. We're coming for you. Episode 102, record on this day, the 17th day of April. Jenny, why is April my favorite month?
It's your birthday.
It's my birthday month.
It's just a couple days away, the 19th.
Yeah, Saturday.
Yep.
I will be spending my entire birthday at the TBK, also known as Betplex.
Yes.
Stinking money pit, but I love watching my kid play baseball, but it's just a cost to get in, no outside food or drink. So you spend some coin.
You really do, but the time with your kids is so short. It seems long money-wise, but otherwise.
You know, he started playing for this team when he was 8.
Really?
8 and under. And now this is his last year of travel baseball with the Clinton Crush. So
how's he feeling?
School ball. You know, he's 13. He doesn't.
He has feelings.
You know, like I always say, if he's wearing pants, it's a good day. Okay, my name is Andy Sokolovich. I am the president and CEO of Grow Clinton, joined by, as always, the workhorse of Grow Clinton, the one that gets things done, Jenny Home. Jenny, what's happening?
Oh, I am envisioning right now summer nights on 5th Avenue South and live music.
Ooh, love me some live music. You know what else I love?
Miles Communications.
Oh my gosh, Jenny, you read my mind.
I know it. We're getting like that.
High speed fiber internet. That's right, folks. The Grow Clinton podcast is powered by Miles Communications. Hit them up, milestelephone.com, milestelephone.com for all your high speed internet needs. If they're not in your neck of the woods yet, they're on their way. Also offering television and telephone services, milestelephone.com. Great guest today, Jenny.
I know. It just brings back so many great memories and all the summer nights and the live music, and I'm so excited.
You watched Grease recently? That was twice
don't make me sing.
Summer Nights.
Summer Nights.
Yes, we have 2 amazing peeps. Not only are they great members of Grow Clinton, but they're friends.
Yes.
We have Kari and Megan in the house representing the Downtown Clinton Alliance that hosts Music on the Avenue, a live concert series that happens through the summer months here in Clinton on the 200 block of 5th Avenue South. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks. Of course.
Megan, you got to be more excited than that. You got to be like, awesome. I'm so excited to be here.
Oh, yes. So excited.
So excited to be here. Well, you guys do a phenomenal job. And first, before we talk about Music on the Avenue, can you just explain a little bit about how the Downtown Clinton Alliance works to continue to develop our downtown here in Clinton?
I'll let Megan.
Somebody's got to say something.
So we have a downtown district based on property tax dollars that the property owners pay in, and then that goes our board of directors, which Kari is the president, oversees that, the vision, the focus, and what the priorities are for the downtown. So events and promotion is a big part of that. So getting the eyes on the downtown, the feet in the street, people in the doors, and see what our great businesses have to offer.
I like that.
It's
feet on the street.
Feet in the street. And I've noticed, over the years here, it's just been getting busier and busier down there. So that's so much fun to see the cars.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
So the Downtown Clinton Alliance falls within what's known as a self-supported municipal improvement district, also known as a SMID.
Very good, Andy.
I say SMID, which is correct. Matt Parbs from our office says Schmid,
Schmid.
and that is not correct. Therefore, his position's being terminated. No, I'm just kidding.
He's being
we
reviewed.
love Matt.
We do.
But yes, the self-supported municipal improvement district, as you said, the people that own property within that district, which is like 14 blocks, right?
It is.
They are assessed an additional 6% on their property tax evaluation, and that money then goes to the Downtown Clinton Alliance to do some awesome things. Speaking of awesome things, we got the 2025 concert series lineup, Music on the Avenue. What can we expect this year?
Lots of fun, lots of people, lots of food, live music, summer nights, right,
Yes,
Jenny?
summer nights.
Yeah.
Jenny Summer Nights. What kind of bands are we going to have this year?
So we're kicking off on Friday, May 9th at the Rusty Barrel. This is an added event. We always have people ask us, how can we support the event? Because we do not ask for donations once you get there. So this is your opportunity. So we're doing a guest bartending night. We'll have some raffle baskets. And we have live music with Evergreen Music. So they're a band out of the Morrison area. I caught them last summer out at First Wealth Financial. And so they were great entertainment, good energy. So a
Who's
lot
going to
of
be
fun.
behind the bar?
Well, we haven't decided yet. Probably Kari.
Yeah.
Carrie crushes it
I
behind
am the
bar.
live event.
Yeah,
You are.
Didn't you win when you and
Oh,
Chris
I
Street had a
did
battle of the
win
bartenders?
by over $100.
Yeah.
No
Well,
doubt. No doubt.
I was actually taking money out of his and dropping yours.
Oh, there you go. Probably Chris Hansen. I think he wants
Yeah.
to get behind the bar.
Good. Yeah, that's awesome.
You know what I
we're-
love about this is that these bands that you bring in, what other chance are a lot of people going to have to learn about these bands? And it's so popular. You know, people love live music, and bringing in new bands is great.
We always have a ton of requests for the bands to come and play. You know, they're reaching out as soon as they've played, or, you know, we maybe have up to 40 different acts that contact us. So narrowing it down is tough. But we did extend, you know, so we're doing 10 weeks this summer instead of 9 last summer. And then we added that guest bartending night. So we actually added another band for that as well.
So, Carrie, talk to me about food options during Music on
Boy,
the Ave.
We have tons of food options. So we're trying to divvy up and make sure that everybody gets a chance to be, you know, the biggest food option there. We have the famed Kelly Girls Pizza. I believe we have, is Delectable Delights coming, Megan? So they've been there for a couple years.
Yeah.
Mahala.
Mahalas.
Ooh, love
Shaved
it.
ice.
And I believe we have a couple local ice cream places that we've talked to. I'm not sure if they're all
Very
staples
cool.
yet.
Yep. So we're still working on that. We were looking at the layout. You know, our biggest constraint is space. So since we're just on the one block, how much room do we have for those trucks? Because we also have the classic cars on the other side. So we did just extend 4 other contracts today for food vendors.
Yeah,
So-
very cool.
Fabulous people at Mike's Fun Foods.
Yep.
I'm trying to think of who else.
Corner Stop Catering will be a new one this year.
Ooh,
that's
corner
exciting.
stop catering.
Wow.
Okay.
Holly's Dogs has new owners. They are going to join us this summer. North End Dairy Treat has a
Yeah.
truck. They're
Sweet
gonna come up
Treats.
to you.
Sweet
Yep.
treats.
Yeah, they changed the name.
Yep.
Yeah,
So-
so that's cool.
They will be there for a couple nights. Not all of these will be there every week.
But there'll be a ton of food options,
Yes.
live music. What about the beverages?
Well, we're leaving that up to the Rusty Barrel.
Yeah,
So
great.
Lindsay gets a contract for that and takes care of us on the
But
street.
is it the Rusty Barrel?
It's not. What is it this year, Carrie?
The Rusty Wheel.
Wagon.
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 I'm in
Rusty
trouble.
Wagon?
What?
Oh, that's what she's going to call her mobile thing.
Yes.
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 Wagon wheel.
So you'll actually get the best of both worlds because the Rusty Wagon will be out on the street, and then you can still go in the Rusty Barrel for the specialty.
And I know I've escaped into the Rusty Barrel on those
Oh, yeah.
hot summer nights
Super hot.
just to, drain out my shirt because I was covered in sweat. But no, this is something we look forward to. My dad had the opportunity last summer to come and visit. He loves sitting there listening to the live music. How many people actually attended this event last year?
So on a slow night, we had probably 600 to 700. And on the busiest night, there was upwards of 1,700 people.
You have to almost jockey for your spot early. I mean, you have
do.
to get down there and
They
get your chair
start
out.
early.
They do.
They
Yeah.
do.
So food vendors will actually be set up and ready to go at 5:30. So we encourage you to come down and set up your chair and get in those food lines to get your food. So the live music starts at 6 and enjoy that. And we actually extended that. So 6 to 8:30 instead of 6 to 8.
Nice. An
So-
extra half hour of
Yep.
jamming out.
Party.
Yeah, we just want to see everybody out there dancing, having a good time.
Oh, it's
That's-
always a
yeah.
good time. It's always a good time. I lived in the Van Allen building when you guys started this Music on the Avenue, and it was
Really?
awesome just to be able to like roll out of my couch and go downstairs and hang out on the 200 block of Fifth Avenue.
Yeah.
I
That's
loved
life,
it.
man.
So bring your lawn chairs. That's a must.
Yep.
There's no seating. You got to bring your lawn chairs and leave your coolers at home.
Yes.
So no bringing outside beverages.
Nope. We have all kinds of options for you once you get there.
Yeah, that's very cool. So the date of the what are you doing at the Rusty Barrel? What date is that?
May 9th.
May 9th with Evergreen. And then June 12th kicks off the first night
Yep.
of Music on the Ave.
That's the first one. So we wait till the week after Tailgates and Tall Boys.
Yeah.
So once June starts, I mean, it's live music all over town.
Yeah.
But June 12th, we have the Stockwells, so a local favorite.
Yeah, I love the
Josh-
Stockwells.
Josh Mooseman
Moose.
and his crew.
And you know what? Funny story is like one day I was like, "Why do you call yourself the Stockwells?" And then I went to his house, and I was like, "Oh,
Okay,
you live
I
on
get it.
Stockwell Lane. Okay, all right,
Clever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Did you just learn that?
No, I knew
Okay.
that. That's why
You know
I was
how
like,
many
oh.
bands are named after the streets they lived on?
I'm
before?
envisioning a big
North
light
4th
bulb
Street.
above Andy's head. that
Yeah.
just-
Yeah, I was like,
Yes.
oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
So you got
Very
the whole lineup set though, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I think we've had it set since almost January. I mean, we
Yeah.
were
You're on top
early.
of it. Yeah.
Yep.
Crooked Cactus Band, they're always a crowd favorite.
Yep. So they're June 19th. Then we roll into Montana Sunrise. That's a new one on the Avenue. They're a country band, and a couple of the members also play for Staff Infection.
Nice.
So they play in the DeWitt area a lot.
Very cool.
So they're a good time. Hoping to find some line dancers to come down for that one too.
That's
So,
a whole subculture.
yes.
It really is. There's a whole
I
bunch
still
of
don't
people
know how
that
they do it.
No,
Yeah.
but they
you
are
gotta
fun to
watch.
watch.
Get in there. Just
No, I
jump
don't-
in.
you know,
Do you
I like
dance
I
otherwise?
swivel my hips, but I don't know about all the to the left, to the left, to the right.
They
to
give
the
you the
right.
instructions as
I
you're
was in the
doing it.
military for 12 years. I don't need to be told what to do anymore, right? I'm a free spirit. What about on the July 10th? What do you got going on there?
Well, let's back up. July 3rd, we have Staff Infection. We can't
Okay.
leave them out.
Of
July
course.
10th, there's a pretty special band, Wild Oats.
Oh,
You know that
man.
one?
Crowd
That's my
favorite.
wife's band.
Yep.
And I always like Clinton gigs.
Yep.
Yeah. I think Biz After 5 that night as well.
Very cool. Yeah, you think I would
Nice.
know that,
Yeah.
but I'm going to take your word for it.
Yes.
No, that's cool. I'm excited. We love playing music on the Ave, and the other guys are all from Davenport. So like, oh, we got to drive all the way to Clinton. When
One
my wife and I
time.
are like, dude, it's cool. We could roll down the hill and make it there on
Are you in a
time, so-
band or not? Is this
That's
what you
really cool.
do?
That's what you do. Yeah.
And so I love seeing the kids down there too, because the kids get out there and dance. But I've noticed that more adults are getting out there and dancing
Ton
as
of
well.
adults
So much
dancing.
fun.
Yep. So then July 17th, Todd Striley and the Noise. So it's
Ooh,
been
love
several
that. Another
years
one?
since they've been on the Avenue. So we have them back. July 24th, it's got to be the crowd favorite,
Ton of soul.
Mm.
Yeah.
That
Yep.
night will be packed.
Yeah,
So
they're
on
great.
that night, we're not going to have any cars just because we need so much space for the food trucks and for seating.
Yeah. Ton of Soul puts on an
They
amazing show.
bring it.
So what's the story behind the classic cars? Who comes? How do you get in on that? Is it a group or?
Yeah, it's
So-
a Clinton Rod Club.
It's
Right?
not.
It's
not
not.
specifically
Oh,
just the
no.
Rod Club.
Okay.
They're anyone with a classic car is welcome. I believe when Music on the Avenue started, it was a draw because the classic cars bring a crowd.
Right.
So I think it was let's fill up the block with something to look at, something else to do, and listen to live music. And as it's grown, the music is bringing a lot of people as well. But the classic cars still come down.
Oh yeah.
So we're still
And we're
limited
looking
on
for
space,
like
but it's-
classic cars, not your like 84 Ford Tempo.
No. We want to see something that we're not gonna see,
Yeah.
and we've
Yeah.
never driven.
so-
I had a 90 Ford Taurus. It was awesome. 4-door.
Serious.
Yeah. it
4-door.
was great. I used to put it in neutral and rev it and then jam it into drive so the tires like then it had transmission problems after that.
I wonder.
Yeah, I
wonder
wonder
why.
why.
Well, it's a mystery. Don't tell my mom.
Yeah.
She watches all these, so she's gonna
She'll
find out
know.
now. Yeah. Very
So-
cool. And then I see Danger Zone on there.
Oh
yeah. So July 31st, Danger Zone.
I love them.
We've seen them at Rusty Barrel a few
They
times.
do a great job.
Yep, high energy. And then August 7th, spoiler alert, we had them at Fall Fest last year, but we
They're
did
great.
not have very good weather. So we're excited to see them again. And then last week will be JC and the Juice.
Yeah, love them. Just saw them at the excuse me. Air Control's holiday party had JC and the Juice. They did a great job. So awesome.
Cool.
So what else can we expect? Okay, I know what I'm gonna ask. None of this happens without the support of sponsors.
You are not wrong.
And I'm sure you're never stiff arming an opportunity to collect another sponsor.
No, we are not. However, we are getting close to printing all of our material. So we do like to try to have a drop dead date for those sponsors. So we make sure that they're included on absolutely everything, including digital print. If we do, we will certainly take sponsors and then make sure you're on any social media that kind of digital marketing that we do. But we should thank some of our top sponsors. So VIP sponsors are the ones that set up tents and come down to Music on the Avenue every week. We have 5 spots this year. Citizens First Bank again, Miles Telephone, I believe I heard their name once, Zirkle Black Appliance, Riverfront Properties, and Essentra Credit Union.
Very cool. Well, thank you to all those sponsors for making this event possible.
Yep.
And we're going to keep doing it, right? There's no end date on this thing. We're going to rock every
This
summer.
is fun. Why would we quit?
Oh, it's so much
As long
fun.
as we have the community sponsor support, there's no reason to quit.
Do you ever envision this going beyond the 200 block of Fifth Avenue South? Like, do you ever see potential to close, like a 100 block and have multiple things going on at once? I'm just throwing it out there.
Yeah.
It's come up. Again, everyone loves the street part of it, and we have 2 highways. So 2nd Street and 3rd Street are both state highways, so closing them proves to be a challenge.
I didn't know that.
Logistics.
Wow.
Logistics.
Yeah. Well, this is
So,
cool.
yep.
Either way, you guys do a phenomenal job. I see the who's who. Everybody from the community is out there supporting these events. And then are you going to do the support for the nonprofits?
We are. So that's actually built into a sponsorship level this year. I changed it up just a little bit. We have what we call a featured event sponsor. And so instead of having where the VIPs are there every week, this is a smaller scale of that where you get 1 week where you get to bring a tent down and show off your business, your goods, whatever you have. And part of that sponsorship also includes you pick that 50-50 beneficiary of nonprofit. So
Good.
That's great.
yep, we've
As long as
sold-
Chris Streets does not win. Didn't he win?
he did
He
win.
won a 50-50. I think he owes me.
Carrie
I
loved
think he
it.
owes me money. Well, he
Yep.
just spends it all at Happy Joe's anyways. So
Yeah.
As he should.
as he should.
I feel like it's a fee for being his friend.
Yeah.
I just want to say also, Megan and Kari, I've seen them around town forever. They've always been involved in stuff. Happy Joe's before you owned Happy Joe's, and then Megan, of course, at Target. Always involved in community stuff, always supporting community stuff, and I really appreciate that.
It's a lot of fun. I mean, I
Yeah.
was really excited when, they brought Megan into the group. Megan and I worked together on the PTA locally, and we killed it there, and
Yeah.
we were done with that, so why not?
Why not?
What's
Well,
next?
let's ask Kari how many boards she's on.
Let's not.
Well, you guys are very involved in the community, and we at Grow Clinton appreciate your continued support. And I'm sure on behalf of everybody that attends Music on the Avenue, thank you for all the hard work you put into creating an amazing concert series this year, 2025. If they want more information about it, where did they go?
Check out our Music on the Avenue Facebook page. That's probably the easiest way. There's the message button if you want to shoot us a message. We also have an email that I monitor that's on the Facebook page as well. So
And is
Yeah,
that how you
great.
get a hold of you if you want to be a sponsor?
that'd be the easiest
Same.
way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Either that, or you can always stop in Happy
Happy
Joe's,
Joe's.
and I'll direct you in the right place.
Okay.
We'll take your money.
Most people
Take
know
your
how to
money.
find us. You can stop and circle back. Tim knows how to track me down.
Yeah, very cool.
Here.
All right, folks. Well, I'm very excited. Thank you to the Downtown Clinton Alliance. Thank you to everybody involved in Music on the Avenue. Thank you, Kari White from Happy Joe's. And one of the cool things yesterday is we got a chance to sit down with some folks from the Iowa Economic Development Authority, specifically their downtown group. And we're going to be launching an effort to kind of inspect the downtown and then survey people throughout the community to identify what they want in a downtown sector here in Clinton.
Yes, looking forward to that. I think that'll hopefully turn out some good results and give us a vision to move forward based on what the people want.
Do you have a sense of that already? Have you talked to anybody yet? Any suggestions or input on that?
Small scale. So we like Synergy. I've sat down
Yeah.
with them several times, and we took them up through the Jacobson building, so the old KROS studio, and it is cool to pick their brains. And it's like, what do you go out of town for? What would you
Right.
what would you support down here? And the family fun, the family entertainment. So I know there's talks of some of that coming to the Avenue anyway, and so
Right.
that's cool. So,
Yeah. All right. Well, keep up the great work, Jenny.
Yeah.
What do you got planned for the rest of the week, as in tomorrow?
Tomorrow is a half day.
Oh, it is
So,
Good Friday half
that's
day. We
right.
close at noon,
Yep.
and I did something stupid. I
Oh, no.
scheduled meetings after noon, so I'll
Don't
be
you
in
feel
the
like you're
office.
going to have a headache or something that you can just reschedule?
I always have a headache.
Oh, okay, never mind.
No, lots of good things going on, and these
Yeah.
meetings are always pleasant because we're actually engaging a couple new companies that want to come to the
Nice.
area.
Cool.
So they're doing their fact finding, and these are industrial companies, some major employers. So
That's
we're
important.
very excited about that. Always hustling here at Grow Clinton.
Yes.
Every day we're oh, that should be our outro. Every day I'm hustling. All right, before we go down a rabbit hole too deep, again, my name's Andy Sokolovich. I've been your host for today's episode of the Grow Clinton podcast. Thank you again to our sponsor, Miles Communications. Check them out, milestelephone.com, milestelephone.com for all your high-speed internet needs. Until next time, all you lovely listeners, stay awesome. Thank you for listening to the Grow Clinton podcast. Be sure to subscribe and follow us on all your socials. Until next time, see ya. Okay, we're still live, so don't freak out.
Don't freak out, Kari. Can tell you're about to freak out.
Oh, somebody's phone's ringing.
That sounded spooky.
Yeah. Thank you, Lori, for your comments and for watching. Appreciate you. All right, everybody. Go out there and be productive. See ya. Where's my mouse? Gosh. Here we go.